when you look at the last report that we released, the Global Corruption Barometer, somewhere in November last year, 76% of Ghanaians respondents said that corruption had increased in the last 12 months. 76% of a sample is quite a high percentage. But apart from that, when you look at the newspaper reports and the daily complaints about corruption, you can count them. Look at the alleged American case that people suspect there was some corruption involved. You look at the rebranding of the buses. You look at the Judgment Day case. You look at the FIFA case. You even look at the primaries of the two big parties, internal elections, and the trading of accusations of intimidation and exchange of funds, monies. Definitely, you have to no choice than to conclude that corruption is a serious problem in this country. That global report I'm referring to, 71% of Ghanaians also said that they were not satisfied with the way government was dealing with corruption in this country, and that it was a serious problem. So definitely, when you ask me, even without my own personal views, somebody sitting here who has more interest, more stories, untold stories about corruption in this country, definitely I have no choice than to say that corruption is a serious problem in the country. We have not been able to address it. If the president says 70 million, he did not say 70 million out of the amount that is out there. 70 million is what percentage of the amount that has been wrongly paid. If it is 1 billion cedi that is out there that has been wrongly paid, 70% is peanuts. So he needed to tell us that out of 100 million cedis, we are able to collect 70 million. Then you say that yes, we are making progress. But 70 million out of 1 billion cedis, if that's the amount, is obviously not the right thing. But the second thing is not just collecting the monies. What has government done to the people that were involved in wrongfully paying these monies out to people? If, for example, the Attorney General takes a case to court, and then the case is called, and the prosecutor fails to show up, what do you do to the prosecutor that has failed to show up? Somebody else has been hired to cater for the interests of this country, to defend the country in court. The fellow fails to show up, and the judge rules in favor of the accused person. So it's not just collecting monies, but also sanctioning people that are involved in the payment of these monies. When you say state officials, one, you need to tell what type of state officials they are. Are they politicians? Are they ministers that are close to him? Or they are National Service Secretariat staff? So that's how you should look at it. If it is people that belong to your party, people that are ministers, people that are close to your government that have misbehaved and you have sanctioned them, yeah, then we can praise you. But if it's ordinary public servants that past governments have failed to do what is expected of them, and you are doing it, that does not warrant enough praise. Yes, you've done something, but there's much more that should be done. There are other cases. I just talked about the Judgment Day case, Commission's report. What action has been taken on any of the people that have been indicted by that report? How much money have been recovered from that? Even the cases that were taken to court by Honorable Martin Amido and won, how much of it has been recovered? We have good legal framework. We have a lot of laws that you can use to deal with corruption. We've set up a number of institutions that you can use to deal with corruption. But some of these institutions are not well equipped. Some of them are viewed as being political because of the fact that the president appoints them and all that. Haven't we reached a stage where, for example, the Commissioner for Human Rights and Administrative Justice, you can advertise for people, qualified people to apply. The Public Service Commission will interview them and recommend 3 best ones to the president to pick one. Should we always sit down and just hear an announcement on the media that somebody has been sworn in as Commissioner for Human Rights at the Flagstaff House or Eyoko or wherever? We need to begin to give our public institutions some amount of freedom, including adopting transparent, meritorious ways of appointing the heads and other management staff of these institutions.